Hi, welcome. Welcome to the Maillard reaction in animal gelatin. This is, of course, a very scientific study that we will be doing together, and that's very important. If you have ever had a raw potato, you know that a baked potato is much better than a raw potato. So we will be talking about how it changes as it moves from the raw potato to the baked potato. So the Maillard reaction is the chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars. It gives the browned food its distinctive flavor. And this reaction is a form of non-enzymatic browning, which typically proceeds rapidly around 280 to 330 degrees Fahrenheit. This reaction is the reason that your stove presets itself to 350 degrees Fahrenheit because they do not trust that you are smart enough to know about the Maillard reaction and will put your stove at this reaction time so that you have much better tasting food than you would have at a lower temperature. Certain sugars react and it can become caramelized at higher levels, but this is the flavor of seared steak, roasted coffee, caramel candies. For gelatin, it's very slowly roasting. It may be producing that golden hue and the delicious, delicious flavor. And for those of you who eat meat, this is why you sear your steak on either side. You put it in a hot, hot pan. You put it down. Psh, it hits the stave. It locks in the flavor. You flip it over quickly. Locks in the flavor on the other side. This is the Maillard reaction. In effect, the reason why cooked steak tastes better than raw steak. Raw steak, not so good. Now, if you have a lot of sugar in the product that you're trying to cook, heating the gelatin over the fire makes the sugar caramelize. The sugar chemical reaction very, very hot. It's hot, it breaks down, it makes nice fruity, nutty, buttery flavors. This is the caramelization of sugars, but it's at a higher temperature than what is happening with the Maillard reaction. At 350 degrees Fahrenheit, you're not going to get caramelization. It may happen slowly. You will not happen quickly. So of course we are most interested in gelatin. Gelatin is a chemical structure made of some very interesting chemical properties. It is a solid at room temperature. You heat it up to body temperature, it becomes a liquid. You go from collagen to gelatin by, to put it bluntly, boiling down the bits of animals that people do not want to eat, the pig skin, the bovine hide, the cow hide, and bones. You boil that down, you create your gummy bear. What is it made of? Long chains of amino acids. This is the fundamental building block of your own DNA. You break it down, little hydrogen attached. It makes a triple matrix inside. When it's in one piece, when you boil it down, it falls apart. But this is what you're talking about. When you talk about gelatin, you are taking something that is a long chain and breaking it down into small pieces. Here is the small pieces. You have the triple helix, the collagen, and then you turn it into the gelatin. The gelatin falls into place, makes a nice liquid. You like the taste of the liquid. And here is that lovely pig skin and cow skin turned into all these lovely candies for you. Of course, we are most interested in this down here. This is the gelatin made into a marshmallow. And the weird thing that people like to do is they take the pig skin that is turned into the marshmallow and then they cook it again over this fire. And the fire caramelizes, but also does the Maillard reaction. At lighter temperatures, you get that lovely browning effect. So this is not a simple thing. If you look at the way a marshmallow reacts, what you see first is you heat the marshmallow, it expands, all the air goes big, 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 big. Then the moisture, the water that's been trapped inside escapes. It creates tiny holes. It allows it to bubble away as steam. And then as the steam evaporates, you get the sugar, the caramelization, the sugars start to shift and move into the place where they're start to char inside the marshmallow. And then if you keep it going, it starts to catch fire. This is a blue flame that captains very hot flame as the sugar begins to cook. And then you get oxidation. The oxidation becomes makes secondary gases coming off. And then finally, you have this oxy-interruptus stage. You remove the marshmallow from the fire, you blow it out. This creates soot. This is that black flavor. Some of you love this black stuff on the outside of this marshmallow. You suck it off. It's this black char that you have created out of the marshmallow. So as we cook the marshmallow, we are talking about the expansion of air. You're seeing the marshmallow get much larger. Then it shrinks away as the body it doesn't rebound. And then the browning as the outside escapes, the water escapes, and then we start the Maillard reaction becoming very clear. And then the liquefaction of the gelatin inside. That marshmallow that was once a whole is now little pieces. It's soft. It's like it's like butter. It sinks down. And then combustion. As the marshmallow reaches a higher temperature, the sugar catches fire, and off it goes with a blue flame. And then you blow it out, and the soot forms outside. Initially, marshmallows were an ancient creation from the marshmallow plant, not as yummy as the current pig skin. But the marshmallow plant had thick, gooey substances, and they used to mix them together, and they would make medicine or sweets out of this marshmallow plant. Thank you for coming. Now it is time to go and cook ourselves some marshmallows.